Imagine this. You are minutes away from a demo and you hit build now, and Jenkins punches you in the face saying authentication failed. These aren't rare bugs, they are CICD nightmares every DevOps engineer eventually hits. But today, I am not opening Stack Overflow. I am fixing using GPT-4 inside my Visual Studio Code using a plugin called Continue.dev. It's fast, focused, and exactly how modern devs are debugging in 2025. Before we dive in, if you are tired of DevOps videos that skip the real errors, you are in the right place. I show what breaks, why it breaks, and how to fix it fast. So if you like hands-on debugging and smarter workflows, hit subscribe and let's fix this thing together. Let's look at our setup. Our setup has three different files: index.html, Jenkins file, and a readme file. In the Jenkins file, we are trying to clone from a private repository, followed by we are trying to copy the index.html file. Simple enough until Jenkins crashes hard on step 1. Let's jump back to our portal. Here I can see authentication failed. This is probably the most common CI failure out there. And 9 out of 10 times it's caused by one of these. It's like you used your GitHub password instead of a pat, or you forgot to actually link your Jenkins credentials to the pipeline. It looks vague, but let's fix it properly. I'm going to copy this error and jump back to my Visual Studio Code, open Continue.dev. Here I can use local assistant. Also, I have an option for cloud assistant. So I'm going to open cloud assistant. I'm using my email address here to authenticate myself. Click on Visual Studio Code, open. Now you should be able to chat with your GPT-4 model. Here I can see organization, personal, and learn with DevOps engineer organization. If I select this, I can see two assistants, test DevOps and code. These were created by myself. So I'm going to select one of the model here. So I have Claude 4, Gemini, OpenAI GPT-4o, OpenAI GPT-4o mini. I'm going to paste this question. Can you help me fix this error message which I am seeing in Jenkins pipeline? Let's press enter. It should respond us with the steps what we need to do. Invalid username or authentication failed. Check credentials. If using pat, update Jenkins credentials. Verify pipeline configuration. Set up SSH instead of HTTPS. Check permission. So let's go back to our Jenkins repository. This is how my repository looks like. I'm going to click on my profile. Click on settings. Scroll down. Click on developer settings. Personal access tokens. Token classic. I'm going to generate new token. Here, demo, followed by I'm going to select 7 days and I will give repo access as mentioned in the chat. Generate token. Now I'm going to copy this. Let's jump back to our Jenkins portal and click on configure. So here I can see invalid username, same error. I cannot update it from here. So I need to go to manage Jenkins. So let me open this tab. Click on manage Jenkins and configure credentials. So here there's an option. So I'm going to update this. Let's do one thing. Instead of updating, let's create a new one. I'm going to add credentials here. username, learn with DevOps Engineer 3682. Followed by I'm going to give my password authentication token, which I copied from here. And I would like to add an ID, which I have it in my pipeline. So I'm going to copy this from here and paste it here. Click on create. After creating, let's go back to our pipeline, refresh it, and try to click on build now. Let's see what will happen now. Pipeline failed once again. Open the console output. It says invalid username or password. Go back to the configure, scroll down. Yes, because we did not update the user credentials. So I updated and the error is gone. Hopefully the pipeline should work now. Click on build now once again. Pipeline is running now. Scroll down. Let's look at if that step is like passing. Cloning private Git repository. I can see that Git checkout. Everything looks fine so far. And we hit a second error saying cannot create regular file, permission denied. It's a common mistake assuming Jenkins can write to system directories, but Jenkins runs as the Jenkins user and that user doesn't have root level access. I'm going to copy this error, go back to my Visual Studio Code and ask my assistant using Continue.dev, can you help me fix this permission error? Now I'm going to ask GPT-4o mini model. Press enter. Let's see what it will respond. To resolve the permission issue when copying the file, you need to ensure that Jenkins has the necessary permissions. Change ownership of the particular directory. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. Alternatively, you can modify the permissions of the directory to allow write access for all users. After adjusting either the ownership or the permission, you should be able to run your copy command without a permission denied. Okay, let's go to our terminal. So this is where my Jenkins server is like running. First, let's look at the permissions. I can see that root is like the owner here. I'm going to run this command and change the ownership of this particular directory. Press enter, give the password, and let's check once again. You can see that the ownership got changed from root to Jenkins. Now let's go back to our Jenkins portal and click on build now once again and see if the pipeline is like passing. So I clicked on build now. The build is like running once again. Click on console output and we should see it works. Yes, finally I can see the build is like success. And also if you see this particular step which was failing, copy index.html, this works fine. No hacks, no random modification, just proper debugging. We solved two real Jenkins issues. GitHub authentication failed, followed by permission denied. And we used GPT-4 not just for answers, but for understanding. What is Continue.dev? Continue.dev is an open source plugin that brings GPT-4 in your coding workflow. It reads your open files, your logs, your code, and gives context-aware answers. If you are debugging pipelines, APIs, or infra, it's like pair programming with a staff engineer who never gets tired. You'll need your own Open API key or GPT-4 subscription, but if you got one, this tool level ups your editor. If these errors look familiar, drop a fire in the comments. If they didn't, save this video. You'll thank yourself the next time Jenkins betrays you. For more real DevOps debugging and smart tools, hit like, share and subscribe. See you in the next video.